Alright, what's up guys? Matt here from Become Elite. I got another game analysis video, so let's just hop straight into it. First play, it's crossed in, and I see that I have a guy right on my back. I don't have any options, so I just try to head it out for a corner. Now, could I have let that go over my head and seen what would have happened? Possibly, but in this situation, you just really want to play it safe and just not let that guy get a chance on the ball. On this play, we turn the ball over, but my guy will get the ball towards the sideline. So it bounces out, and he gets the ball towards the sideline right here. But then he takes a touch backwards, and right when he does, I get right up against him to try to force an error. And I do. He takes a touch inside and gives the ball away just because of that pressure. So now we have possession of the ball. On this play, the ball comes bouncing out towards me, and I have a guy really applying pressure to me behind. I take a couple touches, and my center mid isn't really giving me that great of an angle, so I play it all the way back. Here the ball comes wide out to me. I have some time and space to pick up my head and look down the line. So I get the ball, create a positive first touch, and then I see my winger really making a run in behind. So I play him in behind. It's a good ball, and now we have the ball in the attacking third. Here's a switching ball out to me on the wing. I take a bad first touch. It pops up. I take a bad second touch again, and I finally get on the ground on the third touch, play in my winger, and then I make an overlapping run around him. I probably shouldn't have overlapped here because it's just too tight. See, it's 1v2. And me doing that run just kills more of the space. The ball is cleared out past me and the winger, but I do a really good job of putting my body into the winger and not allowing him to get past me so that we can maintain possession. On this play, my winger has the ball and he plays me down the line. I whip in the ball first time, but we just don't have anybody going across the face of the goal for that near post run. This play, I get the ball wide and I start to look down the line. I think about attacking, but I have both the left mid and the left back right there. You can see that my left back is pointing back to just play it back and keep possession of the ball, so I just do that. Here, I get the ball out on the wing again. I see my options. I see they only have one guy to really beat, so I take him down. I do a little hesitation, and then I try to cross in. It gets deflected. Not that great of a cross, but we still maintain possession of the ball. Here, I get the ball thrown in back to me. I have tons of time, tons of space, so I just play my central mid so he can turn and go up the field. On this play, the ball is deflected right out to me on the corner of the 18-yard box. I have a defender come out to me right here, and I notice a little bit of space to my left. So I tap the ball inwards and try a shot, but I just get terrible contact on the ball. Here you can just see I just kind of really just shank it. But a good move, though. Ball comes back to me on a throw-in, and I just look down the line, and it's really tight and really compact, so I turn and switch the play. On this play, it switched out to me. And I have some time and space, but if I look down the field right when I get the ball, as you can see right here, there's two guys that kind of close in on me. I could try to take them down the line, but just in this game, when we're up a man, I just want to keep possession and keep the ball. Ball comes out wide again to me again. I look down the line, and there's really nothing again, so I pull the ball back. Look, I'm going against 1v4 almost. So I pull the ball back, play it back to the center mid, and keep it. Look, you can even see he does the same thing. He looks forward, sees that we're at a disadvantage, pulls the ball back so we can maintain possession again. Again, I get the ball out wide. I start to take the guy down the line, but then I look up and still I'm going against this guy. If I beat him, I'll have to beat another guy behind him. The Real Monarchs are just playing so tight and so compact since they got the red card that it's really hard to get in behind and really expose them. On this time, I get the ball played down the line to me, and I whip it across first time on the ground near post. It goes right to our guy, but he just can't get a shot on frame. Ball comes out wide again to me. I start to go down the line to attack, but then I look up and I really see that I'm 1v3 right now. And there's going to be games like this where I'm just not going to be able to really get the flow of things, or my opportunity to really attack down the line is just not there. And it's going to happen. But the key is just to not be stubborn and try to take down the line like 5 guys and lose the ball every time. You have to recognize the game and know what's going to work and what's not going to work. My central defender has the ball, so I start running to get as wide as possible to create a good angle and put myself in a good position to receive the ball. I get the ball, again, look how much time and space I have. So I start to take it up and notice my winger is open, checking back. I play him in, get the ball back, and then switch the field. Here's a long ball that goes over my head. I check my shoulder to see where the defender is. I take a touch down the line. I don't have that many options, so I freeze up. I think about taking this attacker down the line and trying to beat him with the dribble, but then I notice that it's just not smart to do that there. If I lose that, that's a terrible spot to lose the ball, so I pull it back and give it back to my keeper. Here, my central defender plays me the ball out wide. I look down the line and I see my right winger's making a great run towards the corner. So I do a little curling ball on the ground for him to get the ball at his feet. Same thing, I get the ball wide from a central midfielder this time. I look up, my winger's kind of making a half run towards the line. It's a 2v3 situation, so I decide just to play back to the central mid so we can keep the ball. Here, the ball's on the opposite side of the field, and it's a huge cross over to the other side. I start to let it go out, but then it's going to go out for a throw-in. And I notice that there's no defense, no pressure on me also. I start to sprint and save the ball, so now we can play out of the back versus being compact in there with a tight throw-in. And it works out good. We have the ball, and now we can really attack without getting stuck in our own half in that corner. Ball bounces out to me. Same thing, tons of time, tons of space. They're playing super compact, so I just play one of my right winger, and he can attack from there. Center back plays into the right winger. The right winger bounces the ball out to me. I take a touch slightly inside, and when I look up, I see that the right winger and everybody is following him down the line, and there's a ton of space in the center of the field. So I attack into that space. I beat two guys, but then this guy makes a great tackle, stops me for my run. I should have played it early into that forward right here, but I try to go, and I just end up getting tackled. On this play, the ball comes out wide to me. I start to see my winger is going down the line, so I start to go inside the field to give a better passing lane for him and a better angle. He loses the ball, but it's still a good run. This play, the ball comes out wide to me. I look up and try to whip in across. It's a good hit, but it just goes off the defender for a corner. So good play. Here, I get the ball right on the sideline. I look up and I see that my center mid is pointing down into the behind the defense. So I pass the ball on the ground right into his feet so he can keep it. I get the ball from our center back in my own half. Tons of time, tons of space. They're really sagged off. But then I see a little 3v3 opportunity right over here and decide just to clip it in to see what happens. We maintain possession of the ball and it turns into a scoring opportunity right here. Here's the first goal. Our forward is pressuring him, does a great job, beats a guy, gets played in behind, and just takes a shot outside the box. It gets a deflection, but it goes in. It's always how it works sometimes. It's never always a pretty goal. And like this, our forward, Trevin Caesar, just took a chance, and it worked out for him. So great goal, and happy to be up. On this play, our forward crosses in the ball, and it's long. I race to save it so it doesn't go out of bounds. I get the ball with pressure on my back. I do a little fake, come back out to create some space so I can make an easy pass and maintain possession. Ball comes kicked long into me. My center back is yelling time, time, time. So instead of heading it out, I chest it down and keep the ball. And that all comes down to that communication out of the back. This play, I get the ball wide for my defensive center mid, and I take the ball up. I just have so much time, so much space. Real Monarchs are super sagged back, and I just don't see any real opportunities, so I just play into my center mid. This play, here's the second goal. It's a long ball into the forwards. Do a good job to kind of disrupt that play. Trevin does another great job to tackle that forward and get possession of the ball. He passes it back. It's a shot, deflected, and now we just are up 2-0. And that's all just from putting the ball in the final third and just seeing what happens. Good pressure, and that's how we got the second goal. Pretty happy about that. Our right winger has the ball and he plays me back. Still tons of time, tons of space. And now look at all this space behind in that corner. The 90th minute and we just want to keep the ball. So I just clip it, a nice ball into the space. And so now he can just keep it. We can really start to kill the clock. It's a great move there. Here I get the ball again. And now it's really the final extra time minutes. So I should have played him right back. But I get myself into trouble by being on the ball for too long. I mess up a touch there. But then I do a good job to escape it. And I start to attack, but he does a good slide tackle, and then we just don't maintain possession. The ball comes bouncing out. It bounces right to me. I do a good job just to play into the center mid so we can switch the play. The Monarchs do a good job to get behind us, but I track back and recover, take the ball, hit it out wide, do a good job to get my body in between my man and the ball, get fouled, and then the ref calls the game right here. So we ended up winning 2-0 against the Real Monarchs away. Great result for us. Really helped us in this game. Again, like I said, the Monarchs got a red card at the first 10 minutes. I didn't show it in this, but they got a red card in like the first 10 minutes, and that forced them to play very safe, very compact, which kind of limited my attacking abilities. So, I mean, there's going to be games like that. It's all about recognizing it and just playing smart. So that's the video, guys. I hope you like it. If you did, give me a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe for more videos. Peace out.